Can't take a seat right here. So what do you want to talk about?
So we've been hearing that you've been second guessing your platinum card.
Yeah. I mean, for 600 and what is it now? $695?
Yes.
It's just a lot of credits to use. You got the Uber credit, you got the entertainment credit, and then you have to sign up for this, sign up for that. It may not be worth it anymore.
So let me ask you then, why did you get the platinum card in the first place? What drew you to this card?
That welcome bonus, man, that was pretty enticing. What I get it at 150,000 MR points, and then I got 10x multipliers on dining. That's pretty powerful, but it's just harder to justify. I'm really looking at just getting the Delta Reserve, because all I would have to do on that card is just get the companion pass, right? Plus, not only that, then you get the hotel credit, and then not only the hotel credit, you get the status that you get with Delta. So it's not all the way, but it's halfway towards silver status. And you know, with airline status, it can be pretty powerful.
What about, because I know you've gotten a lot of value over the years from Fine Hotels and Resorts, FHR program, your $200 credit.
That's true.
Is that not worth it to you anymore?
You know, after my stay at the Pendry, I don't know, man.
When you're with Amex Platinum, you can get access to travel benefits at fine hotels and resorts.
And then what about the $200 airline incidental fee credit?
I've never used that credit properly. I've always used it on the Delta, and I've just used it on getting e-flight credits back or paying for taxes, paying for seat upgrades.
I know you get a lot of value from the digital entertainment credit. I mean, is that not worth it to you?
It's just been harder to find something that I actually want to use my credit on. Now, if they maybe cover something like Netflix, maybe.
And I know you've been pretty experimental with the Saks on Fifth credit. You know, do you want to talk
so
about
we
that
can
a
use
little
that Saks Fifth Avenue credit, so let's go.
Do that again. I just took a drink, please.
Saks on Fifth is nice, but you can't really find anything that's, I feel like, is worth value. Especially a lot of us use the method of going in store, getting a gift card, and then personally for me, using that gift card on Saks off Fifth, which tends to be a lot cheaper, easier to use.
I guess I'm just wondering, you know, I can understand all of that. I can understand your qualms with the platinum and how some things are harder to use, but there are some things that the platinum card has that you definitely benefit from every single year that, you know, you would be foregoing. You know, for example, all of the lounge access. I mean, what are you going to do if you were to, you know, walk away from the platinum card right here and now at this table? What are you going to do when those lounges go away and when you're traveling?
That's why I'm thinking about the Delta Reserve card, because the Delta Reserve card can still get you Centurion lounge access and Delta Sky Club access. It's almost the same as the Platinum card. Of course, it is a little bit more restrictive because you have to be flying with Delta. Most of the time, I do fly with Delta, so it doesn't really make that much of a difference to me.
So I guess if that all makes sense, then what do you feel like you'll be losing if you were to cancel the Platinum card?
So I love the hotel statuses on the Platinum card, but I've been staying at a lot of Hyatts recently, so Hyatt status really matters more to me in the end. However, I do want to start staying at different Marriotts, different Hiltons, so I might have to pick up those cards just to earn the status. Or I could do it the official way and actually stay 20, 30 nights.
The way you speak, it almost seems like you're hurt. And, you know, I just wonder, for someone who's had the Platinum card for, you know, over 3 years now, I'm sure there was a time where it gave you a lot of value, but was there a particular moment where you just thought, maybe this isn't what it was meant to be?
I just realized that after using all the credits, maybe you come out ahead, but most of the time I feel like you don't really come out ahead. The only way that you come out ahead using the American Express Platinum card is to take advantage of the air lounge access. If you don't really take advantage of that, then all the credits just kind of, nullify the Platinum card.
So you mentioned earlier about the Delta Reserve card and the companion certificate. What is that, and why is that valuable to you?
I mean, airplane tickets cost money, right? Companion pass covers for a buy one get one free for Comfort Plus or first class. A lot of those tickets, you're buying it to go from East Coast to West Coast, it's gonna run you up at least $600, right? And then you're getting the companion pass for free, so you're basically cutting that airline ticket by $300, right? In half. Now, let's say that you went to somewhere even more exotic, maybe South America, Mexico, where it costs even more. Then you're getting even more value from the companion pass because the airline ticket may cost like $800, maybe even $1,000, half that cost. You're saving $500 right there. And that's almost the annual fee of the Delta Reserve.
And you think that this would be easier to use for you in your situation where you fly?
Yeah, I mean, one time per year. You just have to fly once. And you have one whole year to make that decision.
So I saw you made some videos talking about the Delta Stays credit. Is that really worth, getting the reserve for, like the $200 you get?
I mean, like I've been saying, if you can justify that companion pass, everything else is just extra. So you're basically getting, $200 for the personal Delta Reserve, and if you get the business one, you actually get $250. It's kind of weird that they add an extra $50 on the business, but whatever. And you're not as restrictive. Like, you can only use the Fine Hotels and Resort on the Fine Hotels and Resort or the hotel collection, but for the boutique hotels, I could stay anywhere. I could stay at a Motel 6 if I wanted to.
And also, you mentioned earlier, you said something like, oh, the Uber Cash isn't super worth it to you. But how is that any different from, $120 rideshare credit?
Yeah, I can definitely, it's harder to justify the rideshare credit, especially there isn't too many different methods that you could actually use that rideshare credit. It seems like the only other way you can use the rideshare credit is to load your Lyft account, and that will count. But the minimum amount that you have to load onto your Lyft account is $25, so you'll be $15 out. So that can be a pain.
On the same vein of like Uber Cash, I mean, is the Resi credits that come on the card even worth it to you?
I mean, $20 a month, that's a pretty good meal for one person, right? And Resi isn't necessarily that expensive of restaurants. You could go to like even to-go shops, and I'm sure you can find something under $20.
There's got to be something else that's pulling you to the Delta Reserve, I would say.
Not the card design. Maybe the card design.
Outside of the horrible white card design.
Oh my God.
In the credit card community, everyone's taking their bets on what's going to happen with the Platinum card once we get a most likely eventual revamp. What would you have to see to keep the card open long term?
No more of these monthly credits, no more of these quarterly credits. If they were to just package the FHR and say, hey, here's $400 for you to use, here's $400 of airline credit to use, that would be great. Not too many things that I have to worry about.
So if you saw no real changes, just more of the same of what we have, and they do raise the annual fee to say $850 to $1,000.
Oh God.
Would we see you possibly canceling right then and there?
I might have to.
And if during that time, like, you do cancel it, how soon after will you apply for the Delta Reserve?
I might even apply for the Delta Reserve today.
Really? No way.
Especially, I know it's kind of cheesy, or what would you call that word? Just kind of shameless. But I really want that card design. It's unique.
You're shallow.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Have I convinced you to get the Delta Reserve?
No, never. Well, on behalf of everyone, thank you very much for your time today.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
You ready?
You ready? You gonna sign up?
I'm not signing up for anything.
The annual fee on if you can justify the... Shut up!